Bill O'Reilly here, Thursday, October 31st, 2019, Halloween. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. President Trump's former national security advisor schedules a sit-down with the impeachment people. The economy grows better than expected in the third quarter. New data shows a rise in cancer among American veterans. Student scores in math and reading drop across the USA. And the candy industry celebrating their biggest night of the year. Also ahead, how the impeachment hurts every single American. But first, President Trump's former national security advisor, John Bolton, has agreed to speak with the House Democrats' impeachment inquiry, scheduling a closed-door session for November 7th. No official response from the Trump administration. The U.S. economy posting better than expected results for the third quarter. The GDP rising 1.9%, better than the 1.6% projected. Consumer spending driving the economy, American households increasing purchases by 3% from the previous quarter. New study from McClatchy shows a spike in cancer rates among veterans who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. The report highlights an increase in urinary, prostate, and blood cancers, possibly due to prolonged exposure to toxic chemicals. The rate of lymphoma and leukemia rose 18% from 2000 to 2018. Pancreatic cancer rates jumped an astounding 96% in the same period. Math and reading scores for 4th and 8th graders dropping in the last 2 years, ending a decade of massive spending with poor results. The 2019 National Assessment of Education Progress surveyed 600,000 students. It found a dip in reading aptitude in 31 states. The only place to see a slight improvement, Washington, D.C. Halloween's here, a night when 40 million American kids roam the streets demanding sweet stuff or else. Halloween season marks the busiest time of the year for the country's candy industry, generating $9 billion in sales. That's 300,000 tons of sugar, enough to fill the Titanic 6 times. In a moment, how the impeachment is hurting every single one of us. Right back. Finding a good real estate agent who understands your needs can be incredibly difficult. My friend Glenn Beck started the service realestateagentsitrust.com to make sure you get connected with agents who are ambitious and have a long and successful track record. They're agents who are experts in your town and do business like you with your values. I heard a story of a family whose home had been on the market for more than a year, and they were facing a difficult scenario of what to do next. They learned about Real Estate Agents I Trust, and after contact, a real estate agent was able to go in, make some changes to the house, and then sold the house within 3 weeks. This is why I endorse realestateagentsitrust.com. No pinheads, just great agents. I wouldn't hesitate to use Real Estate Agents I Trust if I were going to sell my home. So get moving today with realestateagentsitrust.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, how impeachment is hurting us all. Number one, it pits neighbor against neighbor. How many times have you seen people argue over Donald Trump and impeachment? Number two, it distracts the president and Congress from actually addressing vexing problems. Number three, it creates uncertainty in the economy. Number four, it puts the USA in a bad light across the world. Number five, it emboldens the Chinese not to make a fair trade deal with America because Donald Trump may not survive. Number six, it encourages hatred. Number seven, it demonizes some of those involved. 8, it has hurt due process, as both sides on the impeachment issue say guilty or innocent, not knowing all the facts. Number 9, it diminishes the office of the presidency. Number 10, it's downright depressing for many Americans. Now let's take worst case scenario, that Donald Trump wanted to find out bad stuff on Joe Biden, and he called the president of Ukraine and said, please investigate Mr. Biden and let us know what you find out. Now, there was never a threat to withhold aid to Ukraine, but some might draw that conclusion that if Ukraine didn't cooperate in investigating Biden, it wouldn't get American aid. But that's speculation. But worst case scenario, the president's motives were not pure. Is that a crime? It is not. The aid did go to Ukraine a few weeks after the phone call, with no promise of an investigation into Mr. Biden. There is an active investigation by the Justice Department into elements of the Obama administration as far as the election of 2016 is concerned. And that may include Joe Biden. Now, in my book, The United States of Trump, it is clear the president is obsessed with finding out if elements of the Obama administration tried to undermine his campaign and his presidency. It's an obsession for Donald Trump. And that is why the phone call was made to the president of Ukraine. But worst case scenario, as I said, there's no crime. You can say abuse of power, but if Donald Trump is impeached, actually impeached, and then Joe Biden gets elected president, he would have to be impeached as well, because he threatened Ukraine if it did not fire a prosecutor looking into the company his son was working for. He threatened to withhold $1 billion in American loans. So Joe Biden would have to be impeached on abuse of power, the same thing they're going after Donald Trump on. So this impeachment thing is not good for the country, no matter how you see it. And that's the fact. And that's the message. Please check out my latest book, The United States of Trump. Good read. And please check BillO'Reilly.com for more analysis. Up next, something you might not know about Halloween. It's an uncertain world out there, you know that. Disaster can strike at any time. So you need to be prepared to protect yourself and your family. One way to do that is with freeze-dried food. It tastes good. It's healthy. Can be stored for 25 years. That's why I'm happy to tell you about a company I recommend, Wise Foods. I have experience with them myself. During Superstorm Sandy, I lost power for 7 days. All of my refrigerated food done. But my food supply from Wise Foods was as fresh as the day I received it. Visit Wise Food Storage, one word, wisefoodstorage.com/Bill, and explore their starter kits and long-term emergency food options. They are even offering free shipping plus a big discount of 25% off for my listeners. So please go to wisefoodstorage.com/Bill, wisefoodstorage.com/Bill, or you can call 855-269-0501. That's 855-269-0501. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Halloween is here. Tonight, more than 40 million young folks will suit up for some trick-or-treating. Americans will spend $9 billion in preparation, handing out more than 90 million pounds of chocolate alone. But Halloween wasn't always the family-friendly deal we have today. The origins of the celebration go back more than 2,000 years. It's one of the world's oldest holidays. It all started in Ireland, the Celts' celebration of Samhain, or Summer's End, closed out the harvest season, welcoming a new year of planting. The festival was also associated with death, many believing that on the night of October 31st, spirits walked the earth. Druids, the Celtic priests, built sacred bonfires to ward off the spirits, sacrificing animals, wearing costumes. It was the biggest night of the year, but it still wasn't Halloween. We have to thank the Catholic Church for that. During the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a day to honor saints, adopting many Celtic traditions in the process. Catholics labeled it All Saints' Day, and the night before, All Hallows' Eve. Fast forward to the 15th century. English and Irish folks wore costumes, going door to door to collect spice-filled soul cakes on behalf of the dead, a Christian custom they called souling. By the 18th century, All Hallows' Eve became known as Halloween. In the late 1800s, the holiday finally made it here to America with an influx of Irish immigrants. They helped popularize the celebration. And here's something you might not know. The Irish also brought a new folk tale, one about a farmer named Jack. Cursed by the devil, Jack was condemned to purgatory with only a lump of burning coal to find his way. The tale goes that Jack put the coal in a lantern made from a turnip. Back then, turnips were scarce in America, but pumpkins all over the place. To this day, we carve them up and drop a candle inside. Some say it keeps Jack the Lantern away. Very scary. Have a great Halloween. Back after this. Forget Russian hackers and elections for a moment, please. This is worse. Cyber thieves are stealing American homes. Guess where your home's legal title and mortgage documents are kept? Online. Wide open. Your signature and everything thieves need to take over ownership of your home is easily available online. Thieves forge your name off the title, then refile the deed so it appears you sold it. Then they go to unscrupulous lenders and borrow money using your home's equity. Then they disappear, and you get stuck with the payments. Banks, insurance, and identity theft programs do not protect you. Home Title Lock does. Home Title Lock puts a virtual firewall around your home's title and mortgage, and they monitor the black market to see if your home is for sale. Your home equity is your retirement, your emergency fund. Let me help protect it with 60 risk-free days of Home Title Lock. So please go to HomeTitleLock.com and enter your address to see if you're already a victim. Defend yourself at HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.